Welcome to The Intuitive Therapist with Janice R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janice will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janice R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janice Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist, here on the Intuitive Therapist podcast. Excited to talk with you about what I'm going to talk with you about today. I love to create. One of the things that makes me feel alive is when I'm creating something new, whether it's writing a book, whether it's creating a new program, whatever it is, working with people and creating, helping them create their businesses, whatever it is, I get so excited about creating. And one of the things that when I was thinking about this, I know for sure I am here on this planet Earth to do something big. I know that I have this vision for my life and for how I want to impact the world. It's huge. And I work with my business coach, and I love her. And I tell her, I want to accomplish X, Y, and Z because I see myself there already. And I get very frustrated because I'm not there already. And then I have to do my due diligence. It's very funny. It's almost like if you look at the end of a football field and you see your Taj Mahal, you see your dream home, and you're like, I already feel like I'm living there. But you're at the other side of the field and you have to do what it takes to get there. Well, that's where I'm at. And it's really, really frustrating for me. And she reminds me all the time. She's like, Janice, you're going to get there. You just have to do what everybody else has done, is start from where you are. You have to build more of an audience, and you have to create more things, and you have to do more to get where you want to go. And I don't really like that, but that's just how it is, right? We have to work hard for what we want. And I'm so willing to do that. So when I was thinking about really envisioning my life, I kept thinking to myself, I truly believe I'm a visionary. And I wanted to know more about what that meant. In my mind, I have my own little definition. But I think about the people who I consider visionaries, who have, broken new pathways, who've created something new and revolutionary. I do believe I'm a revolutionist. And a revolutionary because what I do is different than what typical therapists do. And I do know there are other therapists who have gifts and skills, but I really wanted to be the person who cornered the market. And I have since trademarked the Intuitive Therapist. And like y'all know, written a book about it. But I want to talk to you about how to be a visionary. Because, like I said, I did some research because I was just so curious and I love to learn. But have you ever imagined yourself as a visionary leader? Somebody who can and will change the world and influence others to do the same? Like, have you ever really thought about that, to truly be an influencer? And like I told you, I do. I absolutely see myself as a visionary leader. And one way that I'm leading my charge in movement, and I am creating a movement, is to step up to life by teaching on this podcast. I've always felt called to do big things, and oftentimes it's taken a very long time for me to figure out the what, for that to become clear. But y'all, I'm crystal clear and plan to bring you along for the ride because the Intuitive Therapist is taking a beautiful turn. And pretty soon I'm going to let you know what that is. I'm in the process of doing some branding and rebranding work and creating all sorts of things so that I can show up and do what I'm meant to do in the way that I'm meant to do it. We all know somebody or have heard of somebody who seems to have been born with an aptitude to anticipate the future, right? I mean, you can even look at some of the most famous people who have changed the face of radio, TV, technology, travel, personal development, home building, cooking, making money, business development. We consider them gurus of their niche. But if that isn't you, please don't worry. I think there's so many people who feel like it's a huge undertaking to change the world. And I want to have you consider something a little different. I'm going to talk with you about what makes a person a visionary, as well as give you steps that you can take to move forward in your visionary journey. If people like Oprah, Kobe Bryant, Jeff Bezos, Tony Robbins, Steve Jobs, and the like can do it, so can you and I. When we think of those people, they become world famous, haven't they? While they seem to stand alone amongst the greatest visionaries of our time, does being a visionary mean that you have to become uber famous and known around the world? Not necessarily. To be a visionary can mean that in a smaller system, your legacy not only offers the possibility of change, but that change actually comes about as a result of your unique perspective. While I'm talking with you today, I want you to think about the legacy that you want to leave. What do you see that needs changing in order for you to change a dysfunctional family system? What new and unique ideas do you have for your business that might seem risky but worth exploring? Think about the Broadway musical Hamilton. Seriously, who would have ever thought that a play about one of the founding fathers of the Constitution would become one of the most renowned entertainment experiences, let alone reintroduce thousands of people to history and to the United States of America's core principles, calling on them to pay attention to what Hamilton and the Constitution stands for? No one. But Lin-Manuel Miranda felt so passionate about telling the story of this statesman, and he used a modality with a completely unique approach, that it spread like wildfire, where thousands of people flocked and are still flocking to hear the story and watch the play. They needed to have an experience, and they did. Being a visionary is about thinking the unthinkable. When you're a visionary, you don't think in terms of limitation. You think in terms of possibilities. Nothing is off the table that could possibly help you achieve your goals because you're entirely compelled and committed to make what's possible a reality. Think about Walt Disney. Back then, who would have ever thought that not only he would have created what he did, but that people still flock years and years and years later to just have the experience, the Disney experience. So, like I said, being a visionary is about thinking the unthinkable. When you're a visionary, you don't think in terms of limitation. It's all about possibilities. So, to be a visionary leader, you have to have the right mindset. This is perhaps one of the most fundamental attributes of a visionary. They have to have the understanding that they can make a huge difference in people's lives, and they move forward with the courage and bravery, regardless of convention or criticism. I wanted to find out more about how the visionary leaders that I mentioned earlier think that is different than how others think, that allows them to break barriers, in new and amazing ways. So I did a little research and I want to share it with you. Jeff Bezos, the creator of Amazon, said that having a crystal clear vision of what the finish line looks like, but no idea how far away it is really what started him on his journey. You know that you really won't reach your ultimate goal, but you keep working relentlessly to achieve it incrementally. He suggested that you change how you spend your time, how you plan, and get clear about where you want to put your energy. He said discipline is key. Oprah, oh my goodness, don't we just love her? Think about the legacy she created. She created a movement to not only heighten the beauty and the power of women, but people's experience, the humankind experience. She normalized trauma. She normalized self-esteem. She brought forth amazing people to highlight their lives. She also brought forth awareness, and most importantly, for her living out the truest and highest expression of herself and ourselves. It doesn't end until your last breath, she says. So you can't stop trying to be the best version of yourself until that time. That was what her show was about, is being the best version of yourself that you can be. learning about differences, learning tolerance and patience and love and kindness. She says that no matter where you are in life, there's always the next level. And something to think about is, have you used all of your value as a human being in service yet? My answer would be no, because I know I want more and I know I'm supposed to do more. So I know I haven't maxed myself out. We all have ideals, the things that we want to achieve but never actually achieve them. And if we know that to be a fact, being a visionary in your life and in the lives of others means that you will die trying to achieve it. When you have meaning and purpose in your life, you become a visionary. Taking an honest look at how things are, not any worse than they are, and seeing them better than they are, is a powerful visionary tactic. The golden tactic is to then make them be better than they are. Innovation is what I'm talking about here, y'all. We can do this in any area of life, beginning with our own. How many of you watch QVC or Shark Tank? I mean, the things that people come up with to meet their own needs or the needs of others is nothing short of brilliant. It's insane when we take an idea that means something to us and realize that it matters to other people too, and that we can change the world with it. I know that most of us are looking for that idea that'll bring us fame and fortune, and perhaps you'll have a divine download about it one day. But if other people can do it, so can you. And that's my point today. Each of us has the opportunity to do that. See yourself successful every day. Imagine every day as an opportunity with every single moment to create a golden idea that will become infamous. Know that what you set out to achieve has already happened and that you're simply doing the due diligence to bring about it in this lifetime. Think about how you'd like to be living your life right now. If you knew in every fiber and cell of your being that every single morning you could wake up to a life that was the way you had envisioned it, how powerful would that be to know for sure it's already there? What's the first thing you would do? How would you live your life if you knew you could wake up and you would wake up and your life would be as divine as you always imagined it? The reason why I bring that up is because I want you to start living that way now and creating a vortex within which your dreams become a reality. Dress the part, walk the part, think the part, be the part of the woman or man who has everything he or she wants. Become a possibilitarian. That's what I feel like I am. Be ridiculous with your ideas and your vision. Make it normal to think completely outside the box and upside down about what you want to accomplish. I don't know if y'all you've heard of of Spanx. I'm sure y'all have. Well, let me just tell you, the woman, I believe she's from Georgia. She went to I don't even know how many companies to get a product developed. She thought about this. I think it was one day she was getting dressed and she didn't want to put on hose. She just wanted a part to kind of suck her belly in and make everything shapely, I guess, without all the bumps and lumps. And she went to I don't even know how many companies, and she was relentless. Finally, somebody said, okay, I'll produce your product. Y'all, she's a billionaire. Seriously, she cut something off pantyhose and then has ended up cut the legs off pantyhose, ended up becoming a billionaire. So if she can do that, you can do that. Joint venture with people, hire mentors. That is the biggest thing. Get mentors in your life and then take action. There's always somebody that knows more, somebody that's done this before. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's what I tell myself. I watch a lot of people who do great things, and I see myself at the same level of them. So that means if I can do what they do, not exactly how, but if I do what they do in my way, I'm going to be right up there with them. Visionaries have a relentless pursuit to create change. They're insanely stubborn about their mission, and they practice reimagining how things are. If there's a way for you to adopt an outside-in perspective that will shed light on your business or your life, your relationship, your self-development, Find new brains to look at your business or your ideas so that you can get out of your head and hear what other people might say. I do this all the time because I know in my head, I'll tell you in all honesty, I'm a concrete thinker. And some of my greatest ideas come from talking with somebody, whether it's my business coach or my clients or my family or my friends. Challenge the system and never stop asking why not. Create focus groups, beta tests, and constantly keep striving to create something that no one else has, or at least in a way that no one else has done it. That's being a visionary. And just because you screw up, or maybe something doesn't work, try something different. Keep trying. Keep trying. Albert Einstein tried and tried and tried again. I can't remember how many times he tried. But eventually, whatever he needed to do to create what he wanted to create worked. You can be a visionary on a small level or a worldwide innovator. It doesn't matter the degree to which you impact the lives of others in your life, just that you do. Hop on over to iTunes. If you felt like today's episode has benefited you, just rate and review my podcast. I would be so grateful for that. If you're looking to have a reading about how you can enhance your life, your business, finances, decision-making, reach out to me at my office, 404-558-3971. Email me, janice@janicrcohen.com. And I just want to tell y'all that I hope y'all have had a wonderful holiday and enjoy these new episodes. As always, I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, and always live intuitively.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist with Janice R. Cohen. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend and subscribe, rate, and review at iTunes.